Ah, wrong thing. No. Hey, what's up, everyone? Carl Wolf here, and we are back with some more of the Posthumous investigation. Let me just make sure that YouTube is running. There we go. All right. Finally, we have talked to the doctor last stream. And we are going to continue talking to the doctor. Where I left off, he had stepped away from us and was about to... Was he about to just move on to other patients, or about to have us put in our room or something? I don't know. Ooh, 61 loops. I started looping a lot last time. Yeah, he walked away from us. Oh, I think he's just leaving. Oh, he just left. Okay. So he's gone. We can't talk to him anymore.
Well, are you here to mock me too?
No, can't say that I am. Oh, it's really quiet. Here, let me turn it up. Is that enough? Ooh, don't. That should be enough.
What? Did anyone...
Oh, wait. I already talked to you last time. I already talked to you. I'm sorry. It's 10 p.m. Patient 157. What were the numbers? Wait. Whoa, wait. Wait. 157. It's you. It's you, sir.
Oh, so we have a foreigner trespassing my domains.
These are your domains?
Currently, yes. I've abandoned the old home long ago. Despite not being from around here. And you also haven't introduced yourself properly. I will welcome you to the Casa Verde district. This hearing is being recorded, so you should be careful about what you say.
Who are you? Looking at your beard, are you a cubist? What if I show you this?
What is this? No, you keep it. If I get a hold of this, my hands will fall off.
Okay. Would you like a broom? Hold on, I got a cough. Okay. Goodbye, sir.
Hasta la vista.
Nurse.
You're new here. I don't recommend you get too distracted in this place. And I'm not talking about the inmates. Poor things. Many of them have no clue about the reason why they're here.
So what would be the reason?
The reason is almost 6.5 feet tall, has a cold look, it doesn't show any emotion.
The doctor?
Watch out. You'll always find a bizarre reason to trap you in here.
Then why work here? What if he decides to trap you? What if he decides to treat his employees as patients? And why don't people stand up to him?
It's easier said than done. He's feared all over the city. Whoever lashes out at him is forced into the institution. Or ends up like that big shot. Well, that was his name. Brass, yes. Brass Cubis. May God rest his soul.
Wait, what?
Locked.
Makes me wonder. Something important must be kept here. What is that sound? I don't have an item. Oh god. I don't like that sound. Patient 190. You're a patient? Oh, I guess you... What's with the flap? Okay.
Oh no. They got Eva too.
What's your relationship with Eva?
I just follow orders. They're being rough. And with her out of the picture, we're in trouble.
Use item. Oh, Eva. I thought you were to the left. You're over here. This time, Lobo really went low. I mean, I didn't expect him to be decent at all. Especially when feeling intimidated. But associating with
Bacamarte? Bacamarte, what a disappointment. Euphoric. Oh, but I don't have his mirror. How did I end up here? Did I take my medicines? Oh no. I'm missing another concert of my muse, Sophia. Well, I guess that's all that's here. So I need to bring the mirror here. Ah, here we go. Let's just speed this up. Lost my stuff! No! Hello. I have progress. See? I got progress.
A new statement about Eva. From Dr. Bacamarte. That makes sense. After all, he is Eva's current husband. Or better yet, her current ex-husband. And what does the most feared man in Rio have to say about his own ex-wife?
What voice did I give him? Oh. A relationship didn't leave a deep mark like her previous romance did.
I see. The doctor may be steadfast in his actions, but he's not the machine everyone believes him to be. Anyway, back to his words. The doctor says that Eva's previous romance left a deep wound, unlike her present one. It's no secret, and you know it. Eva's previous relationship was with me. The doctor's words reveal that, unlike him, I actually held some meaning to Eva.
Well, he's wrong. He does hold meaning to her.
You see, Detective, I'll confess that we had some good times. But, for reasons beyond my control, I had to distance myself. She should be more resentful of her uncle than of me. After all, it was he who persuaded me to distance myself from his niece. But what matters are her motives. We begin with Lobo's insinuation about Eva's involvement, followed by Capitu's statement of this provocation. And now, her own husband claims that her previous romance with me left her with a deep wound. Not to mention that maniac, Bacamarte, signed an order of hospitalization for Eva. Could that be another insanity of his? Or was he motivated by the mark I left in Eva's heart? Oh, could she be so eager to get revenge? Is her involvement with the strikers just a means to plot against me?
Well, you're dead now and she's still with them, so...
I began this investigation not really believing the possibility of Eva being my assassin. And now I'm seriously considering it. There's only one way to find out, once and for all. Go to Eva, Detective. She's the only one who could extricate herself, or finally take the blame for my demise. Let's see.
Ah, we're finally doing Chris.
Money changes people, doesn't it? Even more so when they're not used to it. You could see firsthand the transformation of the Ignoramus Coatrum.
Hello, Kai. Congrats on first, and thank you for the... Well, you haven't checked in yet, but you will soon.
All he had to do was get his hands on some bills of dubious sources, and then he abandoned his loyalty to his partner.
There you go. Thank you for day checking. Hello, Meowdy.
And what did the idiot Coatrum say?
Chris is as ambitious as... Chris is as ambitious as... Hello, Raiders! Hello. I see. That's what you were up to. Hi, Kai. Welcome in. Hello. Hello, Emporio. Welcome in. Thanks you. Congrats on second. Hello. My name is Kara Wolf. I'm a daily streamer and variety gamer, especially a story gamer.
Yes, second is yours. I play visual novels, RPGs, adventure games, point-and-click adventure games, survival games, Pokemon fan games, and horror games, playing a different game every day. And today is adventure game day, so we are doing a detective noir game called the Posthumous Investigation, where we are trying to solve the murder of our client, who is currently a ghost, and we are talking to him right now, this guy in the chair. And we have like 14 people who could be his suspects. And we are following them around and trying to learn information that we can use to talk to him earlier, because we are in a time loop. We are doing a 15 hour time loop where once we hit midnight, we go back to the start of the day, back to like, I believe it was like 9 a.m. And we're going through currently one of the characters with the information we have learned about him. Oh, and Raiders, do make sure you get some after stream care. Get some food, water, or sleep if it's that time.
Chris is ambitious as, or even more ambitious than Bros. A betrayal would have come from any of them.
Oh, well, that's for sure. Chris was one of mine. Although we didn't have the same lineage, we had the same blood disposition. I mean, he still has it, doesn't he? It all started with the plaster.
Plaster.
As you well know by now, Chris and I had a business to sell a miracle tonic.
Yeah.
Two intelligent men such as Chris and I were certainly capable of creating a compound that could dominate the market. After all, what would be in our way?
Yes, do rest well, Kai.
But there was a bug in my ear. I knew that Chris's treacherous side would surface, sooner or later. And he would do something to double-cross me. For example, those molasses barrels at the docks. Oh my god. It's very late for me.
I was actually, I ended up having to take a nap, although naps for me is not just, it's just me sleeping. So I've been asleep for like the last 5 hours. But I got to stream before midnight, so.
What business did he have that needed so much sugar? Did that have anything to do with our business? Could he be so shameless? What was he plotting? Was he fabricating our medicine with molasses? And how could he, in such conditions, get a deal with Casa Verde?
6:30 a.m. Yes, definitely sleep then. I mean, I'll basically finish my stream here after a couple hours, and then I'll just go back to bed.
Coachram is right about something. My relationship with Chris Straw could have never been more than an exchange of treachery and cheating. Could Chris want me dead, just to retaliate the blows we exchanged in business? It's a very plausible hypothesis, if he believed he could get away with it. He didn't count on me having a detective on my side, and not just any detective.
Excuse you?
One created by my own...
By your own... That's the third time. One created by my own... Am I not real?
Let's forget about it.
Wait, am I a patient who's been turned into thinking he's a detective?
I got yawn again.
Getting on a lot.
Isn't it true that Coachram gave you special access to Casa Verde? Yes, detective. The ID.
Yes, I finally got into the institution and finally talked to the doctor. Now, can I finally talk to him elsewhere, or can I only talk to him at the institution?
Coachram told us that this mixture he and Straw were making was for Casa Verde's supply, didn't he? Make the most out of the fact that he simply gave you the badge. Go and find out whatever you can. To determine how low Chris could go, we must go deep in this investigation. Dig up all of his skeletons.
Repeat that for once. Hello, Insevo.
I'm sure there are many.
Welcome in. Yes, I'm going. Okay, new day. And the time loop starts again. Okay, I need to talk to Eva. And I need to talk to... I need the mirror, but he's not going to be home yet. I wonder... He said it's at his thing. Can I grab the key? There are multiple things I need to do. Like this. Is it here? Well, well. So Coachum actually leaves the badge right here, doesn't he? There we go. Now, I don't need it in the morning, but I do need it at night. Hi, don't worry about your missing badge. I need to talk to Eva. Okay, there he goes. Actually, should I go get the mirror now? Yes. Why'd you take so long? Didn't you come straight here? Or did you go somewhere else? Knock on door. I can try to open here? Go straight to the point. I need the key. Oh, I could get the dressing room key? I don't really need the dressing room key. I just need the mirror. Thank you. Now that old guy. Could that old guy be... this guy? No. I don't think his nose looked like that. Taxi. I gotta go to the industrial block. And I gotta go confront Eva. Let me through. I got no time for your games. Only got a couple hours to talk with Eva. Miss Eva, may we speak? I'm a detective, and I'd like to ask you a few questions. Hello, detective. What do you want to know? The cause waits for no one. Mrs. Eva, we need to act quickly. Lobo Neves has partnered up with your now ex-husband, Dr. Bacamarte. Their plan is to lock you up at Casa Verde. But Bacamarte? And Lobo? He wouldn't do that to me. Not after what we've been through. He would. He 100% would. Come, Mrs. Eva. Leave your moping for a later time. You need to act before it's too late. Bacamarte has a lost cause, unfortunately. Sold the remains of his principles to Lobo. But I won't do the same. By my principles, I'll stay and face the consequences, whatever they may be. It's not the time for that, Mrs. Eva. You need to escape. Escape? Do you think I would cower over a situation like this? After my former partner betrayed me by teaming with my enemy? Never. I'll stay, and I'll fight until the end. That's all I had for you. Escape. No thank you. I don't want to be arrested. Bye. Taxi! So, I have other people to talk to, but I want to go back here and see what's different during the day. Delivery. I have a delivery for Mr. Straw. Oh, this is an unusual time for deliveries, but that's fine. You may come in. Hey, if you work for Mr. Straw and came to deliver an order, where is it?
well, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm kind of invasive. No need to justify yourself.
Phew. Would you... No. Patient 157. I have a mirror for you. Yeah, is that not his nose? It is. I forgot the voice I gave him already. Oh.
Has the invasion started?
Invasion? What invasion?
The Venusian squirrels, of course. It's the talk of the city. In order to shield yourself from the radiation, you can improve with a laminated hat. A good dog may also keep the yard protected. But what were you visiting for?
Can you take a look at this? Does what you see in the reflection bring about any memories?
The Humanita never dies. Quincus never dies.
But he did die. Well, it's what I've been told.
The sage of Rio said he died, but words can't be trusted. The Humanita lives. Quincus lives.
And who is this sage of Rio? That's it? But it's you, isn't it? You want my badge? That's all I can do with you. Hasta la vista, indeed. Okay, well, Eva has not been caught, so what are you gonna say?
Hey, you. Let me get out of here. I'm here by mistake.
Isn't everyone admitted here by mistake?
You've already noticed it too. This place is a prison. Some troglodytes came to the harbor and dragged me here. And so far, I haven't been able to contact anyone.
Would you like a badge? That's a no. Would you like a mirror? How am I supposed to help you? I don't know what I can do for you. I need to get in there somehow. Are you saying the same thing? You are. It's 3 p.m., which means she should be coming soon. Let's just speed up time a bit. They should be here soon. Oh, there they are. And he throws her in there. Oh, hello. Eavesdrop.
I said I'd find a way to end the strike. I'm sorry it had to be like that.
Do you regret it? Regret what? Having conspired with my ex-husband to have me admitted here, without any excuse? Having used your position and power to curb a rightful demonstration of a devastated working class? Actually, many of them got you elected. Or maybe because of your project to end the industrial block and favor real estate speculation in the area.
Your caustic personality would work very well in politics. It's a pity that it's over for you. Sometimes you need to size up your opponent not to be crushed. Have a good stay.
Oh, I got all the events. And then you're saying the same thing. $6 p.m. I need the doctor to show up. Oh. You're not... I see.
Can I do anything with you? You talk about the time traveling. But can I... You do look kind of like me. But there's a few differences. Like our cheek line is different and our ear is different. Oh, there's a doctor. He's just standing here by Eva. Dr. Bacamarte? I'm a detective, and I'm investigating Ross Cubis's murder.
Detective, huh? Mental note. We'll see if he's really a detective.
Well, I am. Interrogate. At least he doesn't think I'm a patient this time. Okay, so let's start with Rubio. I imagine that you already had the opportunity to examine the heir to the Quincus fortune, Rubio. What does the modern medicine have to say about a person like him?
I was unable to carry out examinations in Rubio, as I would have liked. In casual observations, I could see that he was an optimistic and affable person. Such characteristics are certainly the signs of a disturbed mind, a blatant cry for help.
What? But aren't those good things? I was under the impression they were qualities. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Qualities. Defects. These common interpretations are a setback for science. All that exists are the symptoms and the signs. For example, see what my precise notes have to say about Rubio. Patient Rubio. Sleepwalking. Vivid dreams. Confusion between fantasy and reality. Suspected. Bite of the dog flea, Jumpus jumpus.
Huh?
Very common in dogs of the Caramelis doggos breed.
His dog has fleas that have been biting him? Oh. So he takes so all he has to do is just give his dog a flea bath.
This flea is known for causing this kind of hallucination, and Rubio is always with that canid.
I would never suspect. Interesting. What about Padre? I know that faith matters are not your thing, Doctor. But I'd like to know how you perceive Padre Cabral, if possible, of course.
No, quite the contrary. I have a lot of interest in him. The religious mind is something fascinating. Believing in the unbelievable, seeing the invisible, talking with imaginary friends.
We all need something to believe in, right?
Anyway, I can see that Padre Cabral is in a crescent in relation to his mental state. In my observations, he's been overcoming his anguishes and becoming a more controlled person.
Anguishes?
We all have anguishes, sufferings, unresolved troubles, detective.
Sounds like you still don't believe that I'm a detective.
Such afflictions, if not treated, can evolve and lead to problems on a social and civil level.
And would the doctor say that these anguishes could cause dangerous behaviors? If my question is not offending, of course.
In Cabral's case, I still consider it out of the question. As long as he plays his part without much vigor, and doesn't experience any situation that alters his tranquility too much.
How about yourself? I believe you'll have much to say about yourself, Doctor. An illustrious and crucial figure to the well-being of Rio will certainly not mince his words about himself, after all.
About me? You're mistaken. I have much to say about my methods, about the organization of the institution I've created, Casa Verde, and about the rigor we put into making it what it is. There's nothing in Casa Verde that isn't me. In everything I am, so is Casa Verde. It is an extension of me, and I am of it.
I think I get it, Doctor. You and Casa Verde are one.
What about you, Detective? With all your interest in my casa, what do you think about joining it?
No, thank you.
I believe we have the perfect job for you here. You'd fulfill it completely.
What job?
Do you consider yourself prepared to be part of our institution?
I'm always prepared.
Impossible. To prepare for an infinite number of situations, you would need equally infinite time to prepare.
Okay, I didn't mean that so literally.
And none of us have infinite time, correct, Detective?
I mean, I'm stuck in a time loop, so I kind of do. I don't know for sure. Maybe some of us have inexhaustible time?
Absurd. I cannot allow you to continue believing in such fatuity. Who knows who else will believe you? Security, prepare a room for our new always prepared patient.
What? Are you serious? Well, damn. I unfortunately got committed to craziness, so I got nothing for you. I was getting to it. Eventually. Okay, before I go talk to the doctor again at about 6 or 7, my new clue is the Sage of Rio. That would have to be, if anyone would know, it would be Rubio, probably. So I already talked to her about this. I'd have to talk to Lobo. I don't think I'd be able to talk to Lobo before well, maybe I could talk to Lobo before I talk to the doctor. Because the only time I can talk to Lobo about it is at the harbor right before 7 p.m. But there's a third person. Who else could I... Well, the doctor? I guess the doctor. So I need to talk to Lobo. I would also like to get some food. To grab the dog. Because I saw there's an achievement to take the dog everywhere. I don't need anything else, I think. You know what? Sure, why not? I'll take the eclair. There you go. Okay. I don't think I need anything else. I don't think I need the keys. I don't need the Cubist key. I don't need the Nevis key. I don't need the umbrella. I need a way to break them out of jail, apparently. First we gotta go to the harbor. Oh wait, he's at his post. Am I gonna be able to... Oh, I can't. Can I have the badge? I can't have the badge. Oh no. I can't grab the badge. I won't be able to grab it until... Actually, doesn't he take it with him? So I'm not even going to be able to grab it at 7. That's a problem. Grab the hat. There's the doctor, but I cannot talk. Yeah, I can only talk to him at the institution. Let's see. I mean, at least I can still get into the institution as long as I say I'm delivering. I need to go to Nobles Park. What if I just try to open it? So I can get a key for him? Why would I need to do that? Is it so I can look at this other stuff? Straight to the point. I don't need your stuff, I don't think. But let's interrogate. Tell me about the Sage of Rio. Do you happen to know if I can find someone known as the Sage of Rio? The Sage of Rio no longer exists. What do you mean? Has he died too? The Sage of Rio is not a person, but a bankrupt newspaper that circulated around town. I bought it a while ago, but it was already going through a hard time. Worst thing I ever done. I had a huge loss. I should have realized it'd bring me bad luck. Why bad luck? This newspaper published Mr. Borba's obituary, which was signed by Lobo Neves, the Secretary of State. Such a sad day, my goodness. It is with great sadness that I bring you the news of the death of a member of our city, Mr. Quincus Borba. The philosopher threw himself from the pier into the ocean and, apparently, he did not know how to swim and was carried away by the strong currents. His body has not been found, and perhaps will never be. It is a sad loss to our community, but at this moment we need to keep our heads up and move on. Written by Lobo Neves. So I should show this to Lobo. Because it's fake. Why did Lobo Neves sign Quincus Borba's obituary? Interesting. Now I have 2 things to talk to Lobo about. You know what? I will take the mirror. Why not? Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, doggy. Show item. Have some cheese bread. Come, doggy. Let's go. It's you and me versus the world. We need to go to... It's currently 1:48. Or actually, no. It's currently 1 p.m. I need to go to Casa Verde later. If anything, I need to go downtown. Or no, to the harbor. But here, let's take the dog everywhere. We've been here. We've been... Let's go downtown. Now, I don't think I need to walk around with the dog, do I? I don't know. There's nothing I need here. To the harbor. There goes Lobo. There's Chris. Proof membership. Fraternity hat. Anything I can talk to you about?
You are a lawyer, after all. No, I got nothing for you. Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. Goodbye. Okay. Just a little more and Lobo's gonna come. There he is. Now, I only get to talk to him about one thing. Maybe. Interrogate. I mean, I only have one thing. I can't talk to him about the other thing? Interesting. Mr. Lobo, since you've written an obituary for Quincus Borba, I gather you two had some relation. Would you care to comment on that?
Obituary. Most of the time, it is one of my assistants who writes these things. I don't always have the time. As Secretary of State, I need to be in position for cases that are more notorious. Voter, you must understand. But yes, I do remember. The obituary for Quincus. This document yielded me great approval from traditional families. What do you want to know?
I'd like to know about the death.
Look, voter, I don't know about the details. As a man who serves the people, sometimes I must act and not think twice. What I was told is that Quincus jumped off a pier.
This seems to be the only source related to his information. Could it be that your influence helped corroborate this version of the story?
My valuable voter, it is possible. What can I do if the people choose to believe me? A vote for Lobo Neves is a vote for truth. In fact, I recommend you choose the same. Who doesn't want to stand on the side of truth?
I'd like to know more about the note.
Dear voter, the note on the obituary is a mere formality. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even do it. I have no time for such things. And since honesty is my policy, I'll be honest with you. I wrote it as a favor to the fraternity.
The fraternity?
Yes, voter. The fraternity is a select group of powerful men, interested in Rio and where it's going. Naturally, I'm a part of this association.
It's literally where we are right now.
A vote for Lobo Neves is a vote for being sure of things changing for the better.
One hand washes another. The rest stays dirty. But who among these powerful men from the fraternity could have asked for it?
If it's so important to you, dear voter, it was Ben Santiago who asked me for it. Bras's lawyer.
Well, he just left. I told him to get out of my face.
Bras was well shielded, legally at least. Ben is a very competent man. One day I'll get him to join my team. Ben's coldness while solving the problems created by Bras was terrifyingly admirable.
And there you go. That's fine. Come, Borba. We go to the Casa Verta. Hey, visit all regions with the dog. Hell yeah. Delivery. It's not even morning, so it really doesn't matter. Straight to the point. Interrogate. So we weren't done talking about you. Let's not mess this up this time. I think I need to prepare myself a bit more. This prudence caught me off guard. Very well.
It seems you're not completely lost. Yet. Let's continue.
Oh god, he's gonna keep testing me? Oh, no, now we're done. Kotram. I'm interested in knowing what the doctor thinks about Kotram. I imagine that analyzing a quiet man like him must be a challenge.
Wrong. My patient's silence is something completely inscrutable. Every silence is different, Detective.
And what could you analyze of Kotram? Let me drink some water.
Let's see what my notes have to say about him. Patient Kotram. Silent. With expression and communication deficiencies. Suspicion. Suffering from RATTY. Regular articulating troubles with tormenting of yesteryear.
Fascinating. So he just calls it ratty? He's suffering from ratty? That's interesting. So now we are down to Bros Cubis, my client. What do you have to say about the big man himself? Doctor, it would help my investigation a lot if you could tell me about Bros Cubis. Knowing your reputation, I imagine you have strong opinions about such a polemic figure.
Opinions. A scientist doesn't have opinions. We only have hypotheses, its confirmations, or its refutations. About Bros Cubis, I can confirm that he was a man rather...
eccentric? Crazy?
The opposite. Bros was one of the most lucid men that I've had contact with. He had full awareness of who he was and what he wanted, no matter how much this displeased the people around him. His indelicate attack on my methods, Detective, just like his senseless propaganda for an ineffective medicine, had a touch of dishonesty. It's true.
Hello, Red. Welcome in. Congrats on third, and thank you for day chicken. Dishonesty. Wouldn't that be a character flaw?
A deceitful character. Is it a flaw? I don't think so. We all wear masks, Detective. Those of us who choose not to hide that we wear them are the most transparent and lucid of all.
But, Doctor, you... How can I say it without offending? Are you sure about this line of reasoning? Considering Bros to have a healthy personality is, at least to me...
Diagnosing the inhabitants of Rio. Mental note. Patient copying his doctor's behavior. Approach. Unmask him by testing his knowledge.
I'm not your patient. I think. I actually might be. I'm alright. Welcome in, Red. How are you?
Very well, Detective. Let us now do your job interview. If you answer my question correctly, you will get a job in my coveted institution. When we are looking for signs of mental maladjustment in a patient, what should be the first sign to look for?
The first signs. Why am I stuttering so much? Am I that scared of him? You should analyze their words?
This answer is not wrong. At the same time, it's not completely right. Behind everything we say is what we don't wish to say, and it is by not saying that we say what we don't want to be said. So, let's continue our conversation, Detective. Today wasn't the day you joined Casa Verde, neither for better nor for worse.
So if I did that again... You should analyze our actions.
The actions. And since when do we have control over our actions? It's clear that you still have much to learn about the winding ways of the human mind. And what better place to learn than here?
Was it a trick question? You son of a... So I actually got it right the first time. Well, I got something to say.
More information, Detective. First clues for Ben's file. I can't wait to see who helped you advance this case with this time. Oh, this artful old man. Don't believe a word he says, eh? And what did he say? Something useful?
Ben's coldness while solving the problems created by Bros was terrifyingly admirable.
Nothing I didn't already know. Counting on Lobo and nothing is the same thing. We have motives to suspect him. Let's review what we know about Lobo's relationship with Ben. I know you're good at starting from the beginning, Detective, so this shouldn't be hard. It all started when I rightly wrote, in the first issue of The Buzz, those truths about Lobo Neves. Clearly, the oh-so-respectable Secretary of State didn't take kindly to the mere expose of this arbitrary nature. Lobo filed a lawsuit against me, and this is what connects Ben to the both of us. Ben was my defense lawyer. However, there is much more dirt under this rug called Rio. From what you discovered, Lobo proved how low he is when he wrote Quincus's obituary. He even confessed to have written the obituary as a favor to the fraternity. So shameless. Admitting the obituary he wrote was completely forged. There is, however, something that surprises me. To whom this favor was done for, right? Lobo told us he did this favor for Ben. But why? What could Ben be bargaining for with Lobo, behind my back? Very strange, don't you think, Detective? First, Cockatoo says her husband seemed more preoccupied than usual. Now we're uncovering some mystery and alliances between my right arm and my mortal enemy. Besides, what Lobo envies the most in Ben is his coldness. A useful trait for an assassin, or at the very least, in those interested in conspiring against another's murder. Continue your snooping, Detective. I might not know Ben as well as I thought.
Apparently not. Well, away I go. So I have to grab the key immediately. So I don't have time to grab food. Or not the key, the staff. I don't actually need it, but what if I do? Harbor. There we go. Now, aside from the eclair, I can grab the food anytime. So, tab. So I need to talk to Ben, but there's another person to talk to. Is it just Lobo, or... I need to talk to Ben. This one... Lobo wouldn't talk to me about it. So I gotta talk to the doctor about it. Who else would I talk to about this? Ah! I wasn't done. So it's on Ben, right? No. not telling me who to go for, but I'm going for Ben. I need to go to Ben's office. Hello. What was the voice I gave you? It's been a while since I had to talk to you. Mr. Ben Santiago. I'm the detective in service of Mr. Bros Cubis. I have a few questions for you, sir.
You have a strangely formal way of speaking.
I just thought this was the most appropriate manner of introducing myself.
Whatever. Go ahead. Ask your questions, and maybe I'll get some clarity as well.
Oh, I'll be asking some stuff, all right. Oh, I can only ask about this. I can't ask about the other thing. Mr. Santiago, we need to discuss a crucial point. Evidence points to a favor allegedly bestowed on you by Lobo when he had a false notice published in the newspaper. Such notice would be about Quincas Borba's passing. Apparently, about a certain agreement of the fraternity.
If you're really willing to address issues about the fraternity, meet me there later. I'll be happy to answer all your questions.
I'll do my best to arrive on time. Really? So I have to go there to talk to you? I don't know if that's safe. Why can't we talk here? In your private office? Why talk in the fraternity where it's not so private? You... so rude. Also, can I go to his office when he's not there? Do I have any reason to? To the harbor. There's the doctor. Alright, let's get in. Prove membership. I'm part of the fraternity. Not really, but I am. It's 12 p.m. So someone needs to give their speech. There he is, giving his speech. And there he goes. And there's Santiago. Hello, Ben. Interrogate. So, now will you talk to me about it? Okay, he's gonna play my game.
Okay, I'll play your game, detective. But be aware that this is a serious accusation.
I know. And because it's so serious, I reckon you'd be interested in collaborating in this line of investigation. After all, do you believe that the fraternity will care to save you? Or itself?
I knew that one day I'd have to tell the truth. I just wish it'd be much later.
Yes.
Yes, I made Quincas disappear to protect Bros. This was my intention. Quincas and his humanitarian ideas were affecting my client.
In what way was Quincas... Borba, I'm gonna go with Borba. In what way was Borba a problem for Bros?
The Humanita philosophy was very unorthodox, and Bros was becoming a much more difficult person than usual. Borba's influence was very harmful to Bros. It was a question of time for a fatality to happen.
Was your plan successful?
Execution has succeeded, yes. But the results have not. Bros actually proved to be the real source of his own problems.
Of course. No one worse than yourself.
In this sense, I regret doing what I've done to Borba. My plan had failed, like every attempt people make to control their surroundings. I feel I haven't been the same ever since.
Your wife Kapatu said you've been acting weird lately. Was that out of remorse?
Kapatu! That... How dare she? My behavior was strange, definitely. But she and Borba are not connected whatsoever. If you really wonder why I've been acting strangely towards Kapatu, Detective, this is the reason. Draw your own conclusions.
What, her child? Don't tell me you don't think the child looks like you or something. Do you think it's not your child? Oh, hello, Hunkster. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Thank you for your day checking. Something in this photograph is disturbing Ben. But what is it? I mean, it's a picture of his wife and his son. So unless he's trying to say it's not his son... Did you kill Borba?
Detective, that man is a despicable creature. And I'm not any different. But murdering someone is not something I could possibly do. Not for such a reason. Let's say Borba is alive in a safe place. I set him apart from Bros to stop him from being influenced. That is all. However, I didn't anticipate that Bros was the problem this whole time. Truth is, Borba was able to control his nonsense.
Rumors about Borba's passing were clearly false.
Keeping him away stressed Cubus even further.
If you didn't kill Borba, tell me, where is he?
God damn it. I'll tell you. He's at Casa Verda, where he's known as number 157. If I'm not mistaken, I even wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
The matches. You lied to me. Perhaps on a matchbox?
Maybe it was.
So that's what it was this whole time. The number inside the matchbox. So what's wrong with the photo? I'd like to talk about your family, Mr. Santiago. The photograph shows your wife and son. I wonder...
There's not much to say, Detective. Photographs are chunks of time. A time of cruelty that devastates everything and uncovers the whole truth. Sooner or later.
I mean, if you have a problem with it, the only thing I could think of is that you've somehow gotten into your head that maybe it's not your son or something. Because I can't think what the other issue is. I mean, she's literally talking about how you're jealous of your own son and like, bruh.
Unless you have come to a conclusion based on the photograph, this is what it is. A photograph, just like any other.
Okay. Maybe I'll talk to your wife. Okay, bye. I don't think I have a reason to talk to Lobo. Let's go to Noble's Park and talk to his wife, to Kapatu. Oh, there's Rubio. I have something new to talk to you about. Ah. Why do you want to talk about this? Oh, actually, no, of course, because you're connected to her. I forgot. Let's start with that one. Oh. What? What's with the hesitation, investigator? Why do I detect such tension coming from you? I don't know, Mrs. Kapatu. I was going to comment on the hospitalization order for Eva. It seems... A hospitalization order? How did that become public? Tell me the truth, investigator. If you had access to this information, it's because Baka Marta gave it to you. and if Bakar Mate is giving out information about Eva's hospitalization, Lobo Neves would certainly be interested in having it.
Precisely.
But it's too late now, isn't it, investigator?
I believe it is, Mrs. Capitu.
This is terrible. If Lobo got his claws on this record, Eva must have been sent to Casa Verde already. If I'd known about it, I could have done something to help her.
If you'd known about it? I need to get here earlier. Hello, Shoujo. Welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. So if I come here earlier, before Eva gets arrested.
You seem very observant. What do you think of my family?
I don't know you all well enough.
Don't be so serious. You know my husband and you know me. And we have many photos of our child, Ezekiel, around the house. Considering what you saw, tell me this. Who do you think he takes after?
You?
When we all know that none of this is, in fact, relevant. Anyway, thank you for your opinion. I know you wouldn't put yourself in this position unless you were comfortable in my presence.
I usually do what I can to help in this kind of situation.
Speaking of help, investigator, I need yours with a different situation. Something's not right with Bintiho. I don't know what it is. Sometimes, I feel he's dying of jealousy over Ezekiel, our own son.
But what makes you think so?
First of all, I'm a mother, and we notice when something is wrong. Besides, Ben insisted that our son should go to the same seminary where he spent his childhood. Ezekiel has always been an extroverted boy, who liked mimicking our friends, making us laugh with his jokes. I'm worried that the strictness of that place will turn him into someone he's not. Imagine having to deal with two Ben Santiago.
Poor woman. So she wants me to figure out what to do about that. Tab. Well, it didn't highlight anything. But now I have to talk to someone else about this photo. Who else could I talk to? I have to talk to... I don't think I can talk... Can I? Maybe Lobo. So I need to talk to Eva, or not, Capitu earlier. Who else would I talk to about this? Let's see. Well, I guess I just gotta come back earlier. Okay. In the meantime, it is 5 p.m. Let's go talk to the doc. Actually... do I have anything to talk to Lobo about? I don't think so. So yeah, let's just go to Casa. Stop worrying about the... I didn't mean to leave! I didn't mean to leave! So now I know you're Borba. Hello, sir. Can we talk? I have reasons to believe I know who you are. Oh wait, I don't have the mirror.
A man can't even... A man can't even know himself. What a pretentious thing to believe he who knows others are.
Tell me. Aren't you Quincus Borba?
I have the honor of being Borba. And Borba is none other than me. The most important person on this planet. Together we created humanitism. And since that moment, we've carried the weight of this truly insuperable work. However, you, of course, undoubtedly know of my grand legacy.
I've come across your teachings here and there during my investigations. I'm a private investigator. I'm investigating Bros Cubus's death, which happened last night.
There is no death. Shh. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
There's a voice. A voice talking to me. Getting inside my head. It speaks of a detective. And there's a investigation.
Yeah, that'd be me. Yes. That must be my voice, Mr. Borba.
Truly, they do sound alike. But don't mind these voices. I ignore them, and they soon go away. Like that madman who confined me to this place. He never showed up here again. How I would love to wrap my fingers around his neck and...
Mr. Borba? Are you alright?
Alright! Exactly! We're more than alright. My friend and I are perfectly fine here. Thank you for asking. Casa Verde is an easy place to manage. Guests are always coming in. They're like bees to honey. Call me crazy, but people like it here.
I'm sure they do.
Oi, 26! Patient 26! Isn't it about time you go back to your room?
Who are you talking to? That chair is empty, Mr. Borba.
True. Looks like he's already back. See how the venerable Borba is respected by all.
I see. And do you mind if I ask Borba a few questions?
Borba is a fountain of knowledge. And you know, no one should be denied water. Ask away, detective. Let's see what Borba has to say.
Alright. Oh, you've got a lot to say. Oh. What the hell is that sound? How about this? Mr. Quincus, there's one missing piece in Ben's puzzle. He revealed to me that the reason for his torment was in his own family's photograph. Maybe Bros told you something?
Finally! You're realizing the power of the Humanita! As if Bros had man's main ability, the gift of gossip.
Well, that's not really it.
Oh, young man,
Hang on, I gotta drink some water.
young man, Ben always showed himself to a tormented creature, especially being outshone by a bastion of humanitism like Bros was. What about the gossip? Silence! I wasn't done. His discomfort with Bros' presence in his life was evident, and I'll tell you one thing. Ben locked me up to attack humanitism, and he would have killed Bros for the same purpose.
What about the gossip?
Oh, damn! You too! If you haven't deciphered the mystery regarding Ben's torment, I recommend you go back to the Cubus Manor and look into Bros' eyes to find the truth.
Go to Cubus' Manor? Okay. Hang on. I can talk to you all day anytime, but what about the... Oh, the doctor's not even here. I can ask you one more thing before the doctor shows up. Let's talk about... There's a lot to talk to you about. Let's talk about Rubio. What can you tell me about Rubio? With him being your apprentice, I know you must know him quite well.
Every man who holds knowledge of the divine and the absolute truth needs, in fact, an heir. A legatee epigon. A defender of his legacy. Isn't that right, Borba? Huh? Oh yes, that's it. Epigon.
And to you, this person would be Rubio?
Rubio? Why are you talking about Rubio? Don't say rubbish, my friend. Did you see how fast your vehicle was going?
Vehicle?
Vehicle? I thought we were talking about Rubio. Anyway, Rubio is not the defender of my legacy. The chosen one was, of course, Borba.
You mean the dog?
Rubio may have had the privilege of being a pupil of the Grand Master and a day-to-day companion. And see, even with all that, the precepts of the humanist doctrine never got into his thick head.
Why didn't Rubio become a Humanita?
My friend, you seem slower than the others. Wait a minute, I'll get my blackboard. Assistant, get my board, please.
What assistant?
What, Borba? Oh, that's right. They won't let me use a blackboard ever since the accident in 1876.
Yes, of course.
But son, don't feel bad if you can't keep up. After all, what would become of the wise if every subordinate creature were awakened beyond average, am I right? But that will never happen. Not to everyone.
Yes, of course. Not to everyone. No.
Only a few men are capable of catching a glimpse of the greatness of the universe, and they will know that it belongs to them. The rest won't get very far. Take Rubio, for example. Such man won't even scratch the heaven of knowledge.
Well, why didn't you leave your heritage to Rubio? After all, he was your great pupil.
And what would be the logic in that? If it is Quincus Borba who's named after me.
Quincus Borba. The dog? But it's an animal.
Animal for animal. Rubio is one too. And Quincus Borba, the dog, is much more than a dog. He's a container of the Humanita dynasty.
Well, we do indeed live in a dog-eat-dog world. Okay. How about... So much I gotta ask you. How about... Well, you said the doctor disappeared, so I don't know how much you're gonna tell me about the doctor. You know what? Tell me about Bros. Mr. Borba, what can you tell me about the late Bros Cubis? Any information, even if it appears irrelevant, might help my investigation.
Don't look anywhere else, Detective. I'm the one responsible for Bros's death. Fate had me be Bros Cubis's executioner. Not just a wheel, a mere pawn, but a driving force capable of bringing down castles like a storm after a burning hot day.
Storms don't usually bring down castles, Mr. Quincus.
Really? So you've never seen a sandcastle?
Touché.
Did you hear that, Borba? Can you believe that? Huh? Well, I never.
These are some long sentences. Mr. Borba, how can you be the one responsible for Ross's demise if you were confined to Casa Verde all this time?
This
question might not make any sense for a patient at Casa Verde, but anyway. Where were you last night?
Oh, my boy. Do you think I'm crazy? I've been shut off inside the walls of my fortress, and this siege seems to have no way out.
Why doesn't that answer surprise me?
See what's going on here, Borba? I can see that the detective here is enjoying my situation, completely ignoring that these walls are figments of a mind distant from my own. One that has cut itself off from what is left of its humanity. Believe me, we're the ones in this dungeon today, but tomorrow, you could be the one being analyzed and observed by this cold stare.
Tomorrow? Me? I doubt it. Now, Borba, tell me. Oh my god. If you never left here, why did you say you're responsible for Boss Cubus's demise?
Maybe I said that. Or was it you, Borba? Huh. It could be an attempt to bring attention to other more urgent matters, maybe. Or I'm just another lunatic. You decide, my boy. Bars can't dictate what the Humanita can or can't do. In fact, the Humanita is free, and his power is beyond the prison he's confined to.
Why would you kill Bros? I thought you two were friends.
Yes. We were great friends. We strengthened our friendship when Borba became rich. He also enriched his philosophy and Bros's Cubus's eyes. However, they would have it this way, that a Humanita would overcome the other.
Really? And what does that mean?
It means exactly what it means. Well, I never. Do you see this, Borba? What was that, Borba? Really? Borba is saying that Bros was a Humanita of the highest level, and when he began a dispute with the Doctrine's Grand Master, he knew what the consequences were, and would suffer them with open arms.
Alright. Is the doctor here now? Hi. Fascinating. It is always a unique expression to observe patients communicating, expressing their rambling thoughts. But I'm not your patient. Maybe not yet. Oh, Axel, welcome in. Hello, hello. Thank you for your daily check-in. How was stream? Anyway, the doctor. Well, now I can talk about Borba. But I also got. How about the priest's hospitalization? Dr. Bacamarte, my investigations revealed that you had Padre Cabral as your patient. Is this true? Yes. Would you like me to give more information about it? Could you? It could be useful to my case. Your case, of course. The patient to whom you referred is no longer in our institution. Thanks to the progressive treatment made by our team, he was considered fit to reintegrate into society. And what would be the reason for Padre Cabral's hospitalization? Mental note. Patient shown signs of monotonic questioning repetition, MQR. Reduced potassium. The patient in question was at first brought in due to a certain feelings that his emotional system wasn't able to get rid of. He harbored a deep resentment inside him for not having any choice in his own destiny. Really? And how did he get rid of it? A friend of mine wants to know. Casa Verde is equipped with therapeutic tools and treatment lines that would rival those of the rest of the world. The patient we're talking about was submitted to an FATUATY, foolproof academic therapy upon inadequate taboo uriner. Healed on his own. Fatuity? A FATUITY? I think I did a few of these. In his case, the treatment consisted of carrying out a translation. A difficult translation,
it's worth noting. Translating a text from Hebrew to Greek takes an uncommon erudition.
The priest speaks Greek and Hebrew? I barely speak English. Same.
The complex and meticulous endeavor made it possible for the patient, stepping outside himself, to observe why he was out of his mind.
Interesting. How about this, the plaster? Doctor, about a bottle of medicinal compound known as a plaster was found at the crime scene. Do you know this medicine?
I know the plaster. Its classification as a medicine is highly questionable. Have you been using this substance, detective?
Me? Not that I recall.
The plaster shouldn't cause memory loss. In reality, its effects should be null. But the dependence on substances without clinical effect is a classic symptom of irrational behavior, detective.
I'm not depending on this thing.
Only a madman would believe in the effects of something that causes no effects.
Madman?
Absolutely. Mental note. Patient seems to be starting to see through his psychopathy's veil. Progress.
But, doctor, are you sure?
A real man of science only states his opinion when he's at least 99.91% sure.
Well, in this case, I think this was a yes. So, it's nothing. It's snake oil, basically. How about a poem for Eva? Doctor, I had access to a poem that, unless my sources are wrong, was written by you for the revolutionary Eva.
A poem? What nonsense is this? Are you sure it wasn't a hallucination? Mental note. Patience is showing romantic delusions. Increase the ingestion of vitamin B12.
I don't understand much about poetry. Actually, I didn't pay much attention when I heard it. I believe the title was To a Lady That Asked Me Poetry. If I'm not mistaken, it was like this. Think of yourself, you'll find more than poems to write, bananas, shoes, and spite, and socks you can't unwind.
No. Stop, it's all wrong. This is how it goes. Think of yourself, you'll find better poems to write. Vivacity, grace, delight, sweetness, and peace of mind. If I ever gave you a bouquet, when younger, the ones I give now are under a melancholy I can't convey. A minute of your time is worth a year of souls long withered. The suns and moons sublime, I believe God made them, dear, to be in your other lives delivered. Oh, yes, it's true. I remember it. I was the one who wrote it. It seems like years ago. I loved her so much.
Loved?
Yes, but this poem was just a circumstantial mental disturbance. In general, artistic expressions are emanations of misfit minds. Many of our institution's patients turn to this relief valve.
What do you mean? Any you think is worth noting?
One of our guests recently gave me one of his artistic expressions. It's obviously just reveries of a sick person.
Reveries.
I still couldn't get rid of it properly. A wood sculpture.
Dog? Is that what the dog used to look like? Reverie. It seems like someone was trying to express something here. Did that come from Borba?
What could represent a greater disconnect from our reality than trying to chisel a wooden dowel?
Doctor, what can you share about the wooden sculpture? Considering it isn't confidential information.
Don't worry about what information you can or cannot receive. Worry about what your curiosity says about you.
About me?
About you, and also the statue. Isn't it surprising how the subconscious of someone deep in their daydreams tries to communicate in such a rudimentary way?
I don't know for sure.
Fascinating.
Well, we got issue number 2 and 3. Let's go with 2. In the second issue of the newspaper, The Buzz, Doctor, Ross made some biting comments about Casa Verde. What do you have to say about this?
No surprises in regard to Brass's stance on the matter. Our institution has always been widely supported by his political rivals, after all. So it would be illogical of Brass Cubas to have any other attitude. If you were Brass, Detective, would you agree?
Well, now I'm kind of scared to disagree. Or else he'll put me in here. I would.
Intriguing. Especially considering that Brass is dead. Not being able to agree or disagree with anything. Mental note. Patient presenting delusions and belief in life after death. Approach. Canonical neo-transcendental therapy.
Okay. About the third issue of the newspaper, The Buzz, Doctor. Anything special to declare? The discussed matter was the popular strike movement.
Nothing to declare. I didn't read this issue. Correction. I have something to declare. Do you oppose to my self-correction, Detective?
No. No, of course not.
Strike movements are transgressions of the social order. Collective disorders are symptoms of disorders at the individual level.
Okay, thank you. Request for Eva's hospitalization. Would you like to comment about your request for Eva's hospitalization? Any additional information you'd like to add? Any general remarks?
No.
Just no?
It wouldn't be ethical of me. Do you have any issues with the no? Do you have an innate difficulty with being contradicted? Does being prevented from satisfying your desires make you nervous?
No. I mean, not any more than any normal person.
Normal. Intriguing, Detective. Intriguing.
Doctor, would you offer me your official opinion in regard to the translation?
Exemplary work. A testament to Casa Verde's impatience capability of rehabilitation. Do you disagree?
I wouldn't know. I don't know Greek, much less Hebrew.
Maybe you do. We don't know what we're truly capable of until we try. Your time is up.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going back to the old man. Wait, well, no. I was about to say maybe I can eavesdrop on him over there, but technically I've already heard it all because of the achievement, right? Shall we resume our conversation?
My boy, I've never laid eyes on you before in my life, much less spoken to you. But sure, let's resume our conversation. Borba shall be delighted.
Alright, I have a lot to talk to you about, but I would like to talk to you about this. Mr. Borba,
I've learned about a handcrafted wooden sculpture. Was it, by any chance, yours? I've been told that the patients at Casa Verde show their emotions through art. Can you tell me what the sculpture represents?
Receiving transmission. Frequency 27.7 megahertz. The world is moved by interest. Pay attention. It is of general knowledge that the interests of the most powerful ones are equal to their power. These interests, when well observed, are of evil nature, because those deprived of any kind of power were robbed of the most essential one, the power over one's own self.
This is not what I asked.
Hear me out, listeners. To the people in this situation, the smallest form of expression, such as a mere wooden sculpture, turns out to be a gesture of power, a revolutionary act of humanity. And this humanity, listeners, that for some perched at the top of their pyramids, seems accessible, unreachable, untouched.
Mr. Borba, I'm not quite following your train of thought. Where are you going with this?
The impatience of the young ones. The impatient wants answers. Well, the impatient shall have them. Listen closely. Learn these words by heart and keep them with you. He threw her to the wolves in exchange for his most beloved possession.
What does that mean? He threw her, Eva, to the wolves, to like Lobo and whatnot, in exchange for his most beloved possession. What, Casa Verde?
God. Control yourself, young man. Be very careful when learning a part by the whole. Take this. It will help you understand another part, which will help you get to another part, and then another. And then, who knows, you might understand the whole. But don't go too far to use it.
I sense we'll open something I'm not supposed to. I think I know what that opens. What time is it? Let's see. This lock first. Now I push it down, and finally I turn it to the left. What about the two guards that are... Well, no, not two. One. What about the one guard near us? Open. Let's see the reward. Aha! What do we have here? Syringes, scalpels, and various bottles of this medicine. The label reads... Placeri? Placari? This seems familiar to me. There's so much to ask him about. And I have limited time. I think I can ask him about, like, 3-4 more things. Let's go with this. There is a medical substance in circulation known as placari. Are you familiar with it, Borba? Could you tell me more about it?
I've used it, yes. The formula was so sweet that at first, I thought it was a refreshing beverage. I kept thinking, if they carbonated it and served it cold, it would be a very popular sparkling beverage. But what are we saying, Borba? That a medicine will turn into a drink? What an absurd idea. That's why they...
You know what? I think it's too late and a bit rough with that voice.
That's why they won't let me leave this place.
Let me make his voice a little easier. How about the Bible of Humanitism? I'm not a religious man, but what can you tell me about the Bible of Humanitism?
Don't be so reductionist. We're talking about important philosophical doctrine treatise. It is the knowledge of a lifetime that resulted in the only possible doctrine contained within it. Or it would be, if I had had the time to begin writing it.
So we're talking about a blank book.
Is there anything more full of possibilities than a blank book? What is that foolish look on your face? If you can't comprehend the infinity of the Bible of Humanitism, I recommend you find another artifact as inestimable. Look for the Humanita treasure, and you shall have the answer to your mystery.
I wonder what sort of junk that is. But, Mr. Borba, where do I begin this search? Probably at the manor?
Borbo doesn't know. Be quiet. Can't you see this young man is lost and in need of help? My boy, if this is related to Bros, then go ask him. But he is dead, Borba. He has to ask somebody close to him.
Can you please make up your mind?
Maybe one of Bros's secret affairs. That's so romantic, Borba. Quiet! You'll confuse the boy. I'm sorry, boy. Good luck in your search for hidden love stories.
I can probably ask 2 more things. I don't know what time it is. So yeah, let's keep asking about the clues. Mr. Borba, what can you tell me about the newspaper The Buzz?
My young man, Borba and I don't have time for that sort of cheap editorial nonsense. Seriously. A self-respecting Humanita only trusts the information contained in the official books of our belief.
Which is blank. The Buzz was a newspaper created by Bros Cubis. Cubis used it as a means to criticize his opponents, with his opinions presented as articles.
Brilliant. Definitely brilliant. I'm sure the Fuzz was a great publication. Only a Humanita would think of something so impressive.
Impressive is how malleable the Humanita mind can be. Oh, there we go. Well, I have new things to tell Bros. I have progress. See?
Borba. Who would have thought? Few know that he's still alive. And he has something to say about Ben. But what could it be? Ben locked me up to attack humanitism, and he would have killed Bros for the same purpose. That's exactly it, Detective. Ben is the one responsible for Borba's disappearance. That's the favor Ben negotiated with Lobo, thanks to the fraternity. And that's what number 157 in that matchbook means. Number 157 is the room they put Borba in at Casa Verde. Patient 157. According to Borba, Ben locked him up as an attack on humanitism. This desire led to my murder. A strong accusation for Borba, Detective. Don't you agree? We begin with Capitu's slight suspicion on Ben, which evolved to an exchange of favors with my rival, who complicated Ben's coldness. And now, we learn that Ben was capable of imprisoning a Humanita companion and conspiring against us. It seems there's no turning back. We must uncover, once and for all, whether it was Ben who killed me or not. As a lawyer, he can be a very good liar, but truth is on our side. And if not truth, insistence then.
Just realized I never did my daily check. Welcome in, Jordan. Thank you for daily check-in.
Borba mentioned we would find an answer about Ben's family in my residence. What was the old man thinking? And keep up the pace. Leave nothing unchecked, and we're close. I can feel it. And what else? A religious man, a lawyer, and now a scientist. It sounds like a bad joke.
Sure, but I'm always just gonna say welcome in. Either I say welcome in or thanks for being here the whole time. Like, the first comment is always gonna be a welcome in.
But it isn't. It is, in fact, a quixotic statement from the doctor about our suspect, Padre.
I was just saying, well, I know. I mean, I've always got my list pulled up, as you know. I can see who all my lurkers are.
What does the doctor have to say about him?
He harbored a deep resentment inside him for not having any choice in his own destiny.
He keeps some deep resentment inside. We only had a hunch that Cabral would be frustrated with his lack of control over his own fate. But now we have a medical certificate.
That heat really fried my brain. I mean, I'm sweating right now. And I'm sweating every time I go to bed because there's no fans or AC.
Can you imagine, Detective, what imprisonment in an institution such as Casa Verde can do to a person? Especially someone who spent their entire life confined to a profession he didn't choose for himself. Of course, he was willing to do anything to get out of that place. Even a most challenging task, such as this translation the doctor told you about. Where did Cabral develop the intellectual cunning to realize such a deed? I never knew Cabral could speak Hebrew, much less Greek. I have my own doubts about the quality of this manuscript. It wouldn't surprise me if it was an inferior translation, or even a fake one. I could certainly have done it better.
Right, ego.
However, it was enough for the doctor to consider it as proof of sanity. It was what got him out of Casa Verde at least. At last. I wonder if the doctor was right in his decision. Was it safe to free a man such as Cabral to allow him to walk the streets of Rio once again? We must investigate further, Detective. We're so close now. Has Cabral really healed? Or has the doctor made a mistake in freeing a madman? And what else?
I brought you 3 things.
A new statement for Borbus's file. What did you uncover now, Detective? As if it wasn't enough that I'm turning in my own grave. You're making Borba do the same. I hope you're at peace with your conscience. And the information came from Ben this time. Very well. Let us see what this shameless being that used humanitism against me has to say about the greatest humanita that ever lived.
And Borba's influence was very harmful to Bras. It was a question of time for a fatality to happen.
Let us analyze Ben's words. The first sentence is one we already know, the same as we heard in court. But the second one digs up something of true value. Bear with me, Detective. In fact, at this juncture, we're practically the same person, aren't we?
Are we?
To what fatality has Ben referring? And, perhaps more crucially, to whom would this fatality occur? It could be that Ben is referring to me. It could be that he's referring to Quincus. And with the two of us gone. Huh? What? What do you mean by that? Borba's not dead?
We already talked about Borba. I guess I was supposed to get this before that, but I didn't, so...
How did you come by that information? I didn't think you would get so far. I'm impressed. I can't say the same for myself. I already knew it. The only reason I didn't tell you was because I wanted to see just how deep you would dig.
I think that's a lie.
You found the matchbox, didn't you? Where it reads 157. A discreet hint of Borba's true whereabouts. Casa Verde's patient number 157. It was Ben who put him there. He told me so himself, in a pathetic attempt to get me to reveal something else in return.
Oh, so you did know. I see.
How much dirt can Ben drag himself through? All just to ensure that Quincus, gone away, wouldn't influence me. Ha! As if I'm that impressionable. I came to this word to be the protagonist of my own stories, detective. Not some supporting character, anonymous with no remarkable features. No offense. Back to the story. Ben had Borba hospitalized in an attempt to control his client, me. But he didn't do it alone. He and Lobo Neves did it together. That devil. It was to him, my enemy, that Ben turned to make Borba disappear. It was all done behind the closed doors of the fraternity. And to ensure that Borba's disappearance didn't prompt a police investigation, Lobo arranged for an obituary of Borba to be published. An obituary completely forged, of course. You and I know now that Borba is very much alive. I'm recalling all of this so we can put every information and entanglement of this plot into perspective. Now that you know that Borba's alive, I shall stop pretending. Nonetheless, here's a riddle. How could Borba, from the confines of Casa Verde, be the one responsible for my demise? If you wish to keep Borba as a possible suspect, we must find an answer to this question. I mean, you must answer this question, detective. I'm already gone. Good luck. Let's see.
Another one? Another one. Got a yawn.
A new statement. I can't wait. Who provided it this time? Oh, Borba. The humanita that came back from the dead. Maybe I should take some lessons from him.
Well, you actually died, though.
And what does he have to tell us? What is the case we're advancing on? He threw her to the wolves in exchange for his most beloved possession. An
Enigmatic.
sentence, worthy of an experienced minister like Borba.
There was no way I could say that word in his... I can't even say the word in my normal voice.
But who is he referring to, detective? Oh, yes. The doctor. Yes, we were talking about him. But let us decipher my master's words. We must assume Borba knows Baca Marta very well. Who knows the jailer better than the prisoner? Borba is his special patient. In his statement, Borba claims that the doctor threw her to the wolves, referring to Eva in exchange for a... What precious treasure is this that the doctor would sacrifice his own wife for? And what is the meaning of throwing her to the wolves? We need to find out. The identity of my possible murderer is at stake. It seems to me that we're still missing the main piece of this puzzle, detective. Borba's words may seem enigmatic, but in them we'll probably find the absolute truth. Try using the object Borba gave you. Could the doctor be hiding some secret under lock and key in his hideout?
Oh, I found it already. So we have a lot to do now. We have to talk to Virgilia. We have to talk to Caputu. We have to talk to... Do I have to talk to Lobo? Oh, we have to talk to Rubio. Oh, we're done with this? I thought we could talk to Rubio about this, but apparently not. I have to talk to the Padre. I don't know about this one. Oh, the pharmacist, perhaps? Yes, the pharmacist. I have a lot to talk about now. To all kinds of people. Also, I wonder if I can use that lockpick for anything else. Can I go... get that lockpick immediately? I mean, there's nothing really important to do right now.
Oh, wait. I need the item. How do I get the item again? Or was it a one-time use? Oh, I was hoping I could use it to lockpick other places. Unless... I guess not. I thought maybe I could get it. Well, whatever, it's fine. Wait, wrong way. I don't know where I was going. In that case, the first place I should go to should definitely be Noble. She was... Kapatu started at the, at Padre's place, but she should be home now, right? No, she's still at the... She takes a while there. Oh! Oh wait, no, that's not you. I saw a woman walking by. Oh, I gotta go... Oh, wait, I need that as well. I do have to get in before she shows up. Here, let's talk to Rubio. Knock on door. But see, I need to be able to come in here without him here. Straight to the point. I don't need the mirror, I don't think. Oh, I can't talk to him about it? What? I came here for nothing. Give me the mirror then. Okay, well, she's definitely here now. I gotta hurry. She's not here yet. Oh, there she is. Finally. Alright, I need to talk to you about this, so you can help Eva. So this is the same. Same. Precisely. Ah, here we go. I must act. There's still time to protect her. Protect her? How? You'll see, investigator. Go ahead. Leave. I'll meet you at the industrial zone. Of course. Let's go. What? Oh. Well, as long as I don't get arrested. My fellow workers, our time is coming. Our movement has been growing day by day. If we are united, if we remain faithful to each other, if we dedicate ourselves to our cause, no one can stop us.
I can. Beautiful words, girl, but empty ones. The Secretary of State Lobo Neves can and will put an end to this mess. Men, catch the troublemaker.
Not so fast.
Don't worry, Miss Eva. I'm sure that a person like the Secretary of State would never resort to aggressive actions. Especially when in front of the cameras. Isn't that so, Secretary?
What? What are these reporters doing here?
They came to witness your political acumen, Mr. Secretary. After all, They're sure that a man of the people will represent his voters as promised. Am I right?
Well, of course. Yes, that's right. That's right. My delegation and I are here to congratulate Miss Eva on her efforts. Congratulations, Mrs. Eva, for mobilizing the workers. We know they can be hard to organize. Right? Great. We need to go. See you next time, voters. Vote for Lobo, the voice of the people.
Bye-bye, bum.
Kapatu, you saved us. As always, you were one step ahead. What would be of me without you? I did nothing but my duty. And yet the merit shouldn't be all mine. Let's say you're surrounded by people who wish you well. Who? You? Who would say that the investigator of Bross's case would be on our side? If he hadn't been involved, I wouldn't be here. Thank you, Detective. Is there anything I can do to help your investigation? I'll do it. There are a few things I can tell you that I believe will help your investigation.
Any information you have can help me.
Fine. I'll be at Helena's Cafe by 5 p.m. today. Don't be late. As you know, I can't stay long in one single place.
5 p.m. It's 4 p.m. now. But I gotta talk to Virgilia. 5 p.m. I don't have time. Maybe I can talk to you then. No, I can't talk to you about the... Interesting. Thought I could. I thought if anyone would know, it'd be the pharmacist, but I guess not. It's 5 p.m. I'm late. Hi, I'm sorry I'm late. I see you stood by your word, Miss Eva.
I always keep my promises.
Let's talk about Posthumous. Miss Eva, leader of the resistance, and the most resistant when it comes to answering my questions.
Very funny. I won't answer your questions because they lack creativity, Detective. What is it now?
Sometimes, the search for truth isn't very creative, Miss Eva. But this is my cause, you see?
The only truth Bross ever cared for was the one that suited him. I see you truly believe in your work. You're a fool, but you're dedicated to your cause.
Now tell me, Miss Eva, how dedicated are you to your cause? From what I hear, your opponents seem awfully nervous about your ideals. Lobo Neves, for instance, said the following about the leader of the workers' cause.
Eva and her ideas are dangerous. Her only goal is to attack us. I wouldn't doubt that Bross's death was the result of this.
Scoundrel. Coward. Scumbag. The industrial block will not be dismantled. The workers will not have their purposes undermined.
And would you say that the cause was undermined by Bross's Cubas' staunch opposition? After all, he devoted the entire issue of the Buzz to it. Oh, hang on.
Gullible, credulous, naive. Are you really basing your investigation on Bross's yellow journalism? He wanted to capture the attention of the unwary public, and even though he played dirty, he failed miserably. From what I hear, that issue didn't even sell.
Maybe the Buzz was a flop in sales, but how many copies are sold and how much damage it can cause are two very different things. True. In my investigation, this is what I heard regarding the issue of that buzz.
By aiming at Eva's personal life, Bros has ended up hurting her cause.
A cowardly move by my client, to say the least.
You think so, Detective?
Yes, Miss Eva. I'm not ignorant about matters of politics and power. I'm a man of the people, just like you.
I see. I underestimated your worldview. As a woman of the people, I don't scare easy. Not even when I'm personally attacked. Any cause must rise above the individual. Why don't you drop this investigation and join me? Our cause could use someone as sharp as you.
Hey, a murder's a murder. You wouldn't want someone like me on your team, Miss Eva. Things never seem to move forward with me. As an individual, nothing matters more to me than my cases, if you know what I mean.
I do, Detective.
In his article, Ross described you as a heartbroken agitator, didn't he? Was Cubus alluding to your divorce, Miss Eva?
He was referring to the end of a relationship, Detective. But not to the current one. I see you're not backing down from prying into my personal life. Fine. Bros and I had a brief relationship in the past.
There's a sadness in your voice, Miss Eva. Is it because of your memories of Bros, or because of the doctor?
Bakamate has turned into an uncompromising and eccentric man. His obsession with Casa Verde was the only spark that led to our separation.
When I talked to the doctor, he compared your two relationships. Our relationship didn't leave a deep mark like her previous romance did.
I guess he's right. I hadn't realized how much I needed to talk about this. The end of my relationship with Bros was, indeed, much more traumatic.
Really, Miss Eva? Could you tell me about it?
Our relationship ended in a very strange way. An unusual, very sudden way. Bros wouldn't talk to me, much less answer to my letters.
Well, your letters weren't reaching him.
At the time, I thought I was the problem. I ended up deeply depressed. It was the doctor, that at the time had some credibility, who helped me. He made me realize that I wasn't the problem. It couldn't be me. It made no sense.
Are you sure you're over your history with Bros? After all, his death and your statement, it all makes you a solid suspect in this case, you see. Was it you, Eva, who took Cubus's life?
Detective, we wouldn't even be having this conversation if you agreed with the confinement order the doctor signed, would we? This matter isn't just settled, it's been dealt with. I don't have any feelings left for Bros. He was an enemy of the working class. If you want to arrest me for his death, I'll gladly accept it. Go ahead, make me a martyr. Ignite the revolution with your own hands. Rio will never be the same after you do.
Okay, I don't think you're that important. Calm down. Maybe I will, Miss Eva. I have reasons to believe when you say Bros is in the past, but is that the whole truth? How am I to know that the heartbroken agitator is truly cured?
You claim to be a man of the people, Detective. But when it comes down to it, you're just another pawn for my enemies. Cubus should have seen it, but he didn't. Bros's individualism never let him understand that my fight wasn't against him, but against his social class.
Even though you claim to have forgotten Cubus, your paths have crossed in a different way this time. I don't disregard that you may have committed a crime of passion. Not for Mr. Cubus, but for your cause. Therefore... here we go. Let me drink some water. Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the... Hey, take a look. If it isn't Cubus. Let's see if he's as tough here as he is behind that typewriter of his.
Oi, don't push me. This tie alone is worth 6 months of your salary.
Sneaky bourgeois.
And since when do I care about what half a dozen good-for-nothing think about me? If you want to test that courage of yours, let's see if you can take 5 minutes of some honest punching.
That'll be my pleasure. Hey, stop that. I agree that attacking Bros would bring some momentary satisfaction, but we must focus on our main goal. Proceed with the strike. We can't deviate from our path, as tempting as it might be.
All right, Eva.
You're in luck, fellow. You escaped a good punch in the face. And you, Miss Eva? Calling your ducklings under your wings. That's why they'll never succeed. Beneath all the shouting and unruly violence, they're nothing more than little kids tugging at their mama's skirts.
Don't listen to him. Ignore the voice of the elite. All he wants is to weaken us, oppress us. One day, all of them will get what they deserve. You too, Bros.
Another one bites the dust.
Very well. We have a plot to conclude. At last, did you speak with Eva? What did she tell you? There's no doubt that she still loves me, that her feelings for me are her true cause. Not that any of that matters. Now, tell me of her confession.
Bros's individualism never let him understand that my fight wasn't against him, but against his social class.
My individualism? Oh, for goodness sake. As if it were some big crime that someone as cunning and unparalleled as myself should be an individualist. I am merely dedicating my attention to what is worthy. But Eva did not deny her love for me. She merely stated that the cause was genuine, not a means to affect me. Very well. I can accept that. She has always possessed something within her that I could never grasp, and I don't usually let such details escape me. Could it be, driven by political or passionate motives, that Eva would go so far as to eliminate someone who embodies all that she opposes? Eva, so dedicated to her righteous strikers, would probably not have the time to plan such an intricate crime in the shadows. And if she didn't hate me personally, but rather the very class to which I belong, why would she single me out?
True.
Seems unlikely, but not impossible. God.
That's true. Honestly, I don't think it was Eva.
I sincerely hope Eva secures her divorce so she can devote herself entirely to what truly matters to her. And if that's defending penniless political degenerates and opportunists, so be it.
Okay.
It seems we've made considerable progress today, my boy. Good work. We better quit while we're ahead. I'll see you soon.
I should be able to conclude another one, though. Another day, time to investigate. Tab. So we have another one. That seemed like early morning. Oh, not that early. 3 p.m. I see. So we're still missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the actual murder. 6. We're still missing 6. So we have finished Eva. We have Chris and Borba. We finished Rubio. We finished Coachram. We have the Doctor. We have Padre. We have Sophia. We have Crispum. we finished... Oh no, we have Virgilia. We've finished Sabina. Wait. We need Ben. And we finished Lobo. And Kapatu. Hang on. We finished Sabina, Kapatu, Lobo. Oh, we finished Lobo. Did we finish Virgilia? Oh, we did. No, never mind. So, not Virgilia. So we need Chris, Borba, the Doctor, Crispum, Padre, and Ben, and Sophia. So we have 7. There are 6 blanks left, and we have... So, not Borba, then. So we have 6 people left, not including Borba, and 6 blank spots left. I need to talk to people about this, which clearly one of them is the Doctor. I need to talk to Padre about this. I don't know who to talk about this. But apparently I need to sneak in there before anyone shows up. I wonder if the door is open. Actually, we might be able to go in there when he leaves, when he becomes a Bros Cubus. Probably. So I need to talk to the father. To Padre. I need the key. Cheese bread, please. And then we'll take that cheese bread and bribe the cops. And get the key. Because I do need to go to the manor. Show item. Cheese bread. There you go. Enjoy. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I gotta talk to Virgilia and the father. Let's start with Padre. Oh, you're having your little argument. Okay. Straight to the point. Interrogate. Oh, is this it? Father, I've heard of a translation of yours that has gotten you into big trouble. What about it? I'm no longer keen on discussing academic matters, child of God. If you like, we can explore more meaningful topics, like peace. No, thank you. Or perhaps a conversation of the soul. No, thank you. My parishioners usually appreciate the topics that I speak on in my sermons. Parishioners, whatever. Is that so? Who says your parishioners are happy about your leadership? Padre Cabral is known for being very severe, even punitive. There's a high number of Rio residents drowning in sin, so they deserve a severe penance. That's true, Padre. Very much so. Your churchgoers are being punished. What about non-churchgoers? Be more careful, son. I can only account for what I do for my flock. Do you hear me? This is the reason why I was ordained. Your ordination wasn't exactly a choice, right? After all, you were forced to do that. I've seen a picture of you as a child showing how much you wanted to follow the steps of God. What do you mean? How dare you question my faith?
Know your place. Besides, you're talking about a time in my life when I wasn't as strong as now. And why the hell are you bringing back such horrific memories? Why does my childhood matter to you, someone who's never understand it?
I understand it clearly. How could you resist the forces that saved Ben from being in your place, right, Padre? I've heard from someone notably consumed with guilt and remorse that,
Under the influence of Ross, Cabral's fate was sealed, and so was mine.
So, you've heard about it. How impertinent. Mind you, I've already accepted what was imposed on me. God is perfect, and those who question him will face the consequences.
don't you ever question yourself, Padre? If your feelings were that pure, what caused your admission to Casa Verde?
My dear, I kindly ask you not dwell on such a delicate subject, and to maintain discretion. I'll answer whatever you ask me as long as you keep it a secret. My superiors can never find out about any of it.
Thank you, Padre. But my investigation went further. I found out from official sources that you were admitted to that place for a reason. This is what I was told about you. He harbored a deep resentment inside him for not having any choice in his own destiny. Is this true, Project? Is this true, Padre? Did you hold grudges?
Please, please, let's change the subject, shall we? You're putting me in a tight spot, son. Whether in the time of Christ or today, it saddens me greatly to remember how the powerful ones can control the destiny of others. With all your shrewdness, you still haven't understood where my bad thoughts come from, even after snooping on my whole life story.
I gotta hear it from the horse's mouth. I understand, Padre, but I wish to hear it from you. Let's get back to the translation. It all comes down to it.
The translation. Yes. The translation was a sham. A lie. I made up the contents just to escape Casa Verde. After all, if my rigor got me in there, wouldn't this rigor be justified? Powerful people, very powerful ones like Bros Cubus, steal and manipulate the fate of others as if they didn't matter. My hatred for Bros blossomed as soon as I realized this. Only the smart ones win battles. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Ha! What a joke.
So do you confess that you're filled with hatred for Bros? Would your imposed life of devotion to God have made you act like the devil himself, getting rid of your sentencer?
I can't pretend that Bros's death didn't bring me some peace of mind. It's all part of God's plan, isn't it? People like Bros often interfere with other people's lives, and are not aware of the consequences. And speaking of consequences, who am I to question God's wishes? Bros is dead because this is what he wanted. Amen.
Maybe don't amen someone's death like that.
If you have what it takes to arrest me, detective, do so. I am accustomed to the imprisonment of both morality and the flesh.
Harsh words, Padre. And they seem sincere, too. Your confession about your satisfaction with Bros Cubus's death leads me to believe you're guilty. Therefore...
Well. If it isn't Bros Cubus. If I didn't know your slouching was due to old age and exhaustion, I might suspect it was a bow of respect.
Doesn't look like he's slouching to me.
If not to me, then at least to the grandeur of the house of God.
If it isn't Padre Cabral. Fishing for sheep at the church entrance? That's what I call desperate. But don't worry. If faith can move mountains, it might just nudge one or two your way.
Some souls are so deep in their own mud that they can't be fished out even with the strongest of nets. Be careful, Mr. Cubus. There's always a seat in hell for infidels. If something should happen before regret catches up with you.
We're saying he's guilty, but we didn't really say anything. We just showed him calling out Ross.
Oh, well, well, Padre Cabral, the truth is out. I always knew that for a man to believe in God, he must be accustomed to lies, and he is no exception. Your translation was completely forged. I suspected as much, didn't I, Detective? You're living proof. He did what he had to, so he could cheat the supposedly wise Dr. Bacamarte. And then he up and walked away without even erasing his tracks. Hearing your words makes it clear to me why you've never forgiven me.
Who am I to question God's wishes? Bros is dead because this is what he wanted. Amen.
How could a man, gifted with divine mercy, even if just a little, seem so acceptable of the death of a brother? At the end of the day, I gave your life meaning, Padre Cabral. You should be thanking me instead of resenting me. But that's the way it is. I can't wait until the grandeur of my actions are plain for everyone to see. Padre Cabral would have done so much more with what I gave him. But instead of embracing his fate, he fought against it. Who knows the highs he could have reached if he accepted what came from above.
And then there were 5.
A satisfying ending to our investigation, Detective. It's good to find closure, don't you think? This deductive work, however, has left me fatigued. How about we leave it at that for now?
Tempting, but I think I want to do one more so that we have 4 left.
It's not like we won't see each other again, is it?
Chris has barely started, so Chris wouldn't be a good one. But perhaps if we talk to Virgilia. Right? Let me see. We have another one. And that was at what time? Ah, 1 p.m. So now we have 5 left. Chris, I've barely made... I have this whole half. He's kind of almost done, but they never would have met, so he's not on the timeline. We finished Eva. We finished Padre. We finished you, The Doctor. The Doctor has a bit left. We're almost done with the Doctor. So maybe it'd be good to finish him. Plus his voice is the easiest for me to do. Crispin we've barely made any progress on. In fact, we've gone from the Doctor being untouchable to now Crispin is the one that's the most unbothered. Wait, did I finish Sophia? Oh. Wait. Where was she on the timeline? Did I finish Sophia? Oh, yeah. Right, okay, never mind. She's... So we don't have her left. So it's Chris... Is it Borba then? Chris, Borba, Crispum, the Doctor... and Ben. Oh, okay, so Borba is part of it then. I keep miscounting the number of people. Because we've finished all the women. Like, literally, we finished all the women. So it's just the guys left. So probably the Doctor is what I want. But I do want to go talk to Virgilia about what Borba was talking about. I need the key. You know what? We're gonna do it this way. Just to spite him. No. Yeah, whatever. Alright, I gotta wait for you. I don't think I need your key, but you know what? I'll take it just for the fun of it. But I do need this key. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Virgilia. I need to hurry before she leaves. Alright, so he's home. Straight to the point. Interrogate. So why would she know? Mrs. Nevis, this may seem strange, but I would like to know about a treasure. Do you know something by any chance, or did Bros comment about it? A treasure? How curious. He never mentioned anything like that. Yeah, I knew this would take me nowhere. Wait, I don't know if it helps, but I saw him yesterday carrying a box covered in sand. Maybe he had unburied it? At the time, I thought they were cigars, but he had stopped smoking. And in which direction did Bros go with this box? Well, from what I remember, he took it to his home. Great. Thank you for the information, Mrs. Nevis. Thank you! I can work with that. So now we run over here. And I have the key. Try to open. Key. So, the box of cigars isn't a box of cigars? So, you idiot. You didn't even look. You just assumed. So it wasn't a box of cigars. I should have realized there were remnants of dirt there. Nothing beats experience when it comes to noticing details more clearly. It's empty. I need to find out what was inside this box. Well, what about this? Those eyes once again. Borba told me that the answer for Ben's torment could be found here. Let's see. Oh. Oh no. Surely not. The hair. It looks like a happy family. Or not? Ben looks at his son with some kind of resentment. Maybe it's another sign of jealousy over his wife. Or... wait. This boy reminds me of someone. My goodness. He looks very much like Bros Cubus. So, this is Ben's fixed idea. This is what torments Ben Santiago's mind so much. So he thinks his wife cheated on him with Bros. I should better weigh up on my assumptions. Let's see what Ben has to say about this. He should be at the fraternity. Oh, hey, there he is. Wait for me, I gotta get my hat. I need my hat. Is this where I'm about to fully confront Ben? What if he wants to do it in his office, though? Also, there's a point where he comes back here later. Interrogate. Oh, this is it. This is it. Family is everything, isn't it, Mr. Santiago? Certainly a father like yourself would agree.
Are you insinuating that my son is one of the suspects?
Of course not. I just wondered what his relationship with Bros Cubus was like.
Ezekiel is fine. He's following in my footsteps at the seminary, far away from all of this.
Your wife Kapatu said that you've been acting weird lately. Ben has been acting weird. It seems he's been worrying about something these last few days. Oh, that's why he got so uppity when he saw her leave Ross's mansion. What's causing you to worry? Your son?
Kapatu. Nothing escapes her eyes. Have you noticed the look in her eyes, Detective? Oblique and sly, like that of a gypsy.
Mr. Santiago, you're the one under investigation. Your behavior only confirms what Kapatu said. You seem to be much bitter than usual. Why would that be? Has Bros gotten himself into more trouble than you have to solve? For instance, when you had to defend him in the case of the buzz.
That's the name of the job, damn it! Keeping Bros out of legal trouble was part of my routine. Now what's this sudden interest in my feelings? Besides, I wasn't aware that you were close to my wife. Maybe I should worry about you and your cheap tricks instead.
Calm down, Mr. Santiago. I only have eyes for one maiden. The truth. Your emotional and passionate nature actually startles me. Especially considering how the Secretary of State himself, Lobo Neves, described you. Hang on, I got a cough.
Ben's coldness while solving the problems created by Bros was terrifyingly admirable.
Lobo would not lie about you. So what's behind such intensity?
Detective, those who know Ben, the lawyer, may not recognize Ben, the husband. And the latter hates people snooping into his private life. I guess I owe you more credit than you deserve, Detective. What's the use of investigating me? Mind you, yesterday Bros terminated his contract with me early in the morning. When he died, he had no legal representative. I was disregarded like a rag.
I'm well aware of that. Having said that, I find it odd that Bros severed ties with such a loyal employee.
I'll let you in on a secret, Detective. In return, we'll part our own ways. How does that sound?
I'm not fond of making promises to people in my list of suspects.
Bros didn't take well to what had happened to Borba. Hardly anyone can remain unaffected by this sort of tragedy.
A tragedy, you say? Submitting a fake obituary is not what I'd call a tragedy. At most, it was a crime of forgery. Or would it be fraud? And to accomplish that, you sought the favors of Lobo Neves, Bros Cubus' main opponent. How desperate were you, Mr. Santiago?
Sometimes you have to dirty your hands to do the right thing.
If this is any consolation, Detective, Bros Cubus was none the happier when he found out that I took the initiative.
Naturally, since Borba was a sort of guru to Bros Cubus. Even at the hospital, Borba remained an enthusiastic thinker. When I asked him about the reason why he'd been admitted to Casa Verde, he told me,
Ben locked me up to attack humantism, and he would have killed Bros for the same purpose.
Would that be true, Mr. Santiago?
Do you believe Borba? I had to take action because of his nonsense, which Bros listened to and deemed to be true. But things have backfired. Bros has become more uncontrollable than ever without Borba. When I confessed to Bros that I secretly had Borba admitted to the hospital, when I told him about patient 157, about the number written inside that matchbox, it was just a trick to make him tell me anything about one of my suspicions.
Your suspicions, right? I guess I know what suspicions you mean. This idea going around in your head, one that Borba warned me about. The child has his mother eyes, but he doesn't look so much like you.
Aha! So I have reasonable grounds for my suspicions.
You'd certainly have plenty of reasons to murder Bros, Mr. Santiago. Having been discarded like a rag, and the chance that he may have damaged the holiness of your marriage, how do you defend yourself?
I don't care what you think, Detective. I don't care what anyone in this bloody world thinks. Bros refused to tell me the truth, and after his death, I'll never find the answer to my restlessness.
If you wanted truth, why didn't you ask Kabatu herself, whether or not she was unfaithful to you?
I'd never pluck up the courage to ask her this question, Detective. It's her eyes, Detective. Try as she might to convince me with words, her eyes would uncover the truth. They're what I fear the most. Now that you know about my fear, do you think I would have killed him without knowing the truth?
True. But here's what I think, Mr. Santiago. I believe your well-known cowardice enables you to commit acts that are in line with your lowliness. Truth was never your goal. In fact, you're comfortable with not knowing, empowered by your own version of the facts, which leads me to conclude that
Ezekiel grew up quite fast, didn't he? Just look how little he was in this picture.
Yes, the flow of time is inescapable.
No more of this gloom, my boy. Ezekiel is a handsome young man. Lucky for him. He's taken after his mother.
You know something I don't, Bros.
I probably do, my dear man, but about what?
Oh, so be it. What do I have to lose, right? Bros, I have something to confess. The blame I've been carrying is too much. Borba is alive.
Are you being funny right now, boy? Stop this nonsense.
It's true. The honest truth. Borba is alive, confined in Casa Verde. He's there by my order.
What? But how is that possible? Why should I believe you?
you've been coughing all day. Why? What if he was poisoned early morning, went about his day, and then died at night? Or what if he killed himself? What if he took his plaster as medicine, but doesn't actually do anything? Unless you combine it with something. Or maybe he accidentally took something, which combined with it, and then, I don't know.
If you don't believe me, see with your own eyes. Here, take this. I wrote his number in this matchbox.
Ben, if this is true, I can no longer trust you. Never again.
And now, Bros, don't you have something to tell me? Confess to a friend.
Friend, if this betrayal against me is true, we'll be foes forever. Your services aren't required anymore, Mr. Santiago. Farewell.
Even now, you won't confess. Someone will make you pay for your immoralities, Broscubus. You will pay. So, are you going to tell me what the deal is?
Well, it looks like we have arrived at the ends of this plot. Did you manage to press Ben, Detective? He told you everything, didn't he? I already knew the truth behind his motivations. The anguishes that he broods over.
Are they real?
You did see the picture, didn't you? I believe you too suspected it when looking at Ezekiel. Ben Santiago is a man tormented by a fixed idea. By the possibility that his wife was unfaithful.
Hello, Batman guy. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Bat signal. I hope you've been well.
His suspicion is that Ezekiel is in fact my son, not his. And now that I know that he didn't tell me about Borba's imprisonment as a sign of trust, he was only trying to get me to confess. Put an end to his doubts. Put an end to his suffering. It doesn't surprise me that he said what he said, Detective.
Bros refused to tell me the truth. And after his death, I'll never find the answer to my restlessness.
Mysteries of this magnitude are meant to remain hidden, no matter how heavily they weigh on one's soul. However, this puts us in a difficult situation regarding Ben's suspicions. On one hand, he could be my assassin. Being on the edge of frustration over his uncertainty, he was driven to kill the one he suspected the most. On the other hand, if he desired such an answer from me, and could only obtain it from me, would he kill me? Would he take the answers he thought he could only get from me to another person's grave? Hard to say.
So you're not going to tell me?
We've reached the end of this story, didn't we? We still don't know who is guilty of my murder. But no matter. As you all know, this is how investigations go. Let's do it this way. We'll continue after some other time. I need to gather my thoughts before we take another step. Until I see you again, Detective.
Bye. So, that's 3.
But
I think I want to at least talk to the doctor. So I'm going to go to the institution, to Casa Verde. I'm going to speed up time until the doctor shows up. I don't feel like talking to Borba, even though I should. Since he's here and we're here, but... Well... If I do the simpler voice for him... Because I still have to ask him about how much stuff. I still have to talk to him about a lot of things. Well, I might as well, I guess. Because I do want to finish this, I guess, Tuesday. We'll be playing this Tuesday, and I need to finish it Tuesday before I leave. Alright, where do we start? Let's start with Ben. What can you tell me about Ben, the lawyer?
Me? I can't tell you anything. What about you, Borba? Huh? What? Oh, sure.
Yeah, we'll go with this voice.
Borba he tells me he never liked Ben, but he doesn't quite know why.
Borba said so, did he?
Yes. What was that, Borba? Oh, Borba says maybe it was this humanita instinct, warning of him of something.
Borba says that he has matters to attend to with him, and that he won't let his attack on the Humanitas slide.
What do you mean, Mr. Borba? An attack on Humanitas?
Ben is an excellent lawyer, my boy. And a good lawyer is like a sword without a knight. It will serve the first one to put their hands on it. Yesterday it was revealed to me that he was the one truly responsible for my confinement.
Yesterday?
Borba and I are here on his account.
But why would Ben do that? What does he gain by it?
Irrelevant. I don't care about his intentions. It's enough that I know where he's hiding. As soon as we leave this place, Borba...
We'll stab him in the back? Lobo. Mr. Borba, can we talk about Lobo? I would really like to hear what you have to say about him.
Lobo, as in wolf. Do I look like some sort of veterinarian to you? I know of no wolves or coyotes or hyenas. Have you ever, Borba? Can you believe it?
No, Mr. Borba. I'm talking about Lobo Neves, the Secretary of State.
Yes, of course. The Dometary of State. We're not very fond of this character, are we, Borba? That one is a wolf in sheep's clothing, if you don't mind me saying so.
Really?
He would have never made it in a humanitism. Never!
And did he have any contact with his doctrine?
Never! Humanitism chose Bros as its champion. Consequently, Bros has always had the favor of fortune in every quarrel against his rivals.
You don't say. Keeping our animal metaphor, wouldn't choosing Bros be the same as betting on a nag? After all, Bros was never very successful in politics. Lobo, on the other hand...
Oh, my friend, you'd better bite that tongue. Humanitism is never wrong. If Humanitism chose Bros, then Bros is the winner. In some other field, one much higher than you can possibly comprehend.
And no wonder he liked this one so much. With Bros's ego, of course.
Isn't that right, Borba? Yes.
Can we talk about Dr. Bacamarte, Mr. Borba?
Oh, yes. Bacamarte, my right arm. He was a very diligent employee. I'm delighted to have him in my team. He may be a little stubborn sometimes, but we, men of knowledge, can be like that sometimes. Right, Borba?
Your... employee? What are you talking about?
Huh. If you don't know, who am I to tell you? Wait. I'm Borba. Or at least... Anyway, sir. I promise I'll help you understand.
Oh, really? And what's it like, being the boss of someone like him?
It's a pleasure to manage someone qualified. There's no one more prepared than Bacamarte for this role. Although, I must confess, as Bacamarte's bad half, Borba here just told me he's been acquiring medicine of dubious quality.
Oh? The molasses?
If a clever investigator or detective looks into this, they'll definitely find something. If you know any, let him know.
Okay. How about yourself? What can you tell me about yourself, Borba?
Oh, wait. Do you want to know about me or Borba? Make up your mind, boy.
Aren't you one and the same?
I wish I were the priest for the ultra-doctrinal philosophical skill of humanist knowledge.
That's a long title that I butchered.
Unfortunately, titles are for those who prove themselves worthy of them. You, my boy, don't seem to fit that description. You're just another careless, dubious one.
Excuse you?
Borba is always eager to clarify the most complex questions of humankind. So tell me, what do you want to know?
Do you really believe this humanitism?
A typical question from those who fear facing the truth. The one absolute truth. To quote from our group's primary book, page 222, paragraph 3.
You mean the blank book? Oh, come on.
Humanitism is what drives men. The ambition to win and demonstrate superiority. Wars are nothing but the humanitas system in action. And here we skip a line. Careful not to fall, eh, boy? The losing nation is simply toppled by the victorious one, proving its worth as the true humanita. There's no room for guilt or sorrow over the misery of others. Things are the way they are because the strong impose their will upon the weak.
Fascinating, Mr. Borba. I believe...
If your investigation led you to us, it is because we're already on the path of humanitism. Every path leads to Borba. Isn't it true that you had to abandon that babble about morals and ethics in your profession to get valuable information or clues?
Hey, I'm a proper person.
You don't have to explain yourself. Borba tells me he sees the humanita fire in your eyes.
Did you just call me dubious? Actually, that might be my glaucoma. How do I escape this time loop? Mr. Borba, you are a wise man, with a wide knowledge of the occult. Maybe you can help me. I find myself in a very strange situation. I'm trapped in a time loop. I keep living the same day over and over. How can I break this curse?
What are you saying, my boy? Did you hear that, Borba? Huh? Did you... The boy clearly is not in his right mind.
I'm not... Okay.
Huh? That's it, Borba. I thought you could clarify the...
Oh, wait. I thought you could clarify the most complex questions of humankind.
Yes, but... Well, you see... Nowadays, everyone tells me they are stuck in a time loop. As if it's in fashion. And furthermore, you're not authorized to that sort of information. What's your level in the order? And what step are you on the staircase?
The highest one? Step? Staircase? What? My office building has many steps, but...
Precisely, my boy. Precisely. Only humanitas who are standing on the 17th step are ready to learn the truth, to access that sort of information. Isn't that right, Borba?
Okay. So we got three more things to talk to you about. How about this? Mr. Borba, I found an ornate box inside Brossus Cubus's mansion. Is this the Humanita treasure?
Safe committed to finding the treasure, much like a potato-raiding armadillo.
Huh? But is it an empty box?
Your head is empty. The Humanita treasure is very well buried, much like a potato. Thus, an armadillo such as yourself will have no problem finding it.
This isn't like the blank book, is it? It's gonna be an actual thing, right?
But you'll have to pass another trial. The map to the Humanita treasure will aid you.
What? Amigo, so the dog. 10 a.m., 55 degrees at 10 a.m. Question mark, 160 degrees, 9 p.m., question mark. I think I know that skull X, so 9 p.m. So at 10 a.m., I gotta look at 55 degrees. So I was right about the... Okay, so the binoculars are something, and it was time-based. So I need to figure out at what time that I have to look at the 160 degrees. And then at 9 p.m. So I can just stand there all day, fast-forwarding each time. But then at 9 p.m., we don't know what we're looking at. But if you're talking about the skull with the X, then I probably know. Could the Great Humanita relic be here?
Pay attention to the following instructions.
As you wish. I'm ready.
Go to a place where you can look out to the ocean.
The binoculars at the harbor, right? You know what? My voice is starting to strain a bit. I'm just going to read normal.
Follow the coordinates on the map with precision. And, last but not least, none of this can be achieved without the company of the Humanita's best friend. Humanita's best friend? The dog. Precisely. He's the only one capable of reaching the bottom of this hole. Right. Anything else? If you're successful, I'll be waiting for you here. Got it. During my investigations, I had access to a journalistic registry that may be shocking to you, Mr. Borba. Did you know that an obituary was written for Borba? An obituary? For Borba? What a sad report. We Humanitas understand that life and death are two sides of the same coin, but even so, such news have a peculiar way of affecting us. I think I understand. Borba was a dear friend, a lifelong companion. He was given that name precisely so he could live on, carrying the legacy of the greatest Humanita who ever lived. Rest in peace, my dear dog. No, it was about you. No, wait. Quincus the dog is alive and well, as far as I know. I meant your obituary. What? My obituary? How's that even possible? My dear Borba, can you begin to believe this? Huh? What'd you say? That's exactly it. A stupidity. How could you say something like that when Borba and I are standing right in front of you, very much alive? Oh, forget it. There's too many Borbas here. Mr. Borba, there are some people in Rio claiming to have seen your ghost wandering about town. What can you tell me about that? The ghost? Of Borba? That's logically impossible. Borba is alive. Thus, his spirit, trapped inside his body, couldn't be wandering around Rio. Hence, it couldn't have been seen by anyone in Rio. Thus, the ghost of Borba has never been seen. Oh, they see you in here. That's another typical case of Votremborgs. Votremborgs? Yes, a word I invented for when a detective says something stupid. It's a mathematical term. And how does your logic explain this? Rubio says he saw Borba wandering downtown. Poor Rubio. I mean, not so poor now, but impressionable. He may still be. He must have been frightened by the brightness of the lights within the pharmacy on Borba's face. That was it. The doctor? Lights? The rays of light projected onto Borba's face must have caused some awful effect. Lights? Do you mean Crispin was at the pharmacy? That miserable old man won't stop lying. Actually, you know what? That miserable old man won't stop lying. If you want to follow this rabbit down this hole, I'll give you something valuable. There were two people at the pharmacy that night, and one of them seemed important. Rabbit? Hole? So, Borba was really there. I mean, you. Rubio believes he only saw Borba in his dream, but apparently that was not the case, was it? On that, Borba and I cannot say anything, my boy. After all, maybe Rubio had in fact dreamed of me that night. Maybe you are a dream of mine, and I am a dream of yours. Have you thought about that? If I wake up, you'll go puff. And we're done. Oh, wait, no, we have one more. I want to finish you. About these lights within the pharmacy, Mr. Borba, what can you tell me? A bright light in the dark will attract many insects, Detective. From an insignificant beetle that has made it his home, to a dying fly mistaking that very light for the one at the end of the tunnel. Or perhaps a know-it-all arachnid, weaving its web, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim. I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Borba. I thought we were going to talk about the lights within the pharmacy, and not discuss wildlife trivia. Borba cannot make it any clearer. It's impossible. He loves his animals. Okay, we're done. So now we're going to talk to the doctor, because that's also a simple voice. And I might as well... No, 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 no. We might as well finish the doctor. Finish this place completely. Or at least for the time being. F. I don't need you. He comes at 7? 7. Oh, he comes at 8. My bad. Straight to the point. Now, if I say something wrong and he has me committed, I'm done. Interrogate. Oh, I only have 2 things to talk to you about anyway, so that's perfect. Dr. Bacamarte, were you in downtown last night?
Yes. I was with the pharmacist, as usual. I was negotiating a new lot of medicines for Casa Verde.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Doctor. Based on that, I was confused by the period because I thought it was just like, you know, the abbreviation of doctor with the period, but no, it was the end of the sentence. That threw me off.
You have the habit of asking extremely obvious questions, Detective. Such trait belongs to manipulative or discriminative personalities. Such personalities find themselves frequently asking the obvious with the goal of testing the people around them. Do you consider yourself to be a discriminative person?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. See, if I say the wrong thing, he's gonna have me committed. And I still have one more thing to ask him. Maybe I should confess? Yes, evidently. You son of a...
No one truly disseminated would say something like that. Continuing, I was with the pharmacist. If you need any confirmation, see my schedule.
Oh, wait, if I had said the other one, he would have been like, oh, I'm confirmed. You're getting committed? Is this schedule coded, or is his writing just terrible? Thank you, Doctor.
As you can see, my schedule is very busy. I save my night appointments to take care of this kind of minor business. However, my life is an open book. My comings and goings from Casa Verde, the establishments I visit, it's all registered.
Crispum has been hiding all this time that he was with Bacamarte in the pharmacy.
Your deduction, though seemingly a daydream, is based on facts. It doesn't surprise me that guilt has made Crispum act this way after all. The person who makes use of lies is seeking self-preservation.
So he lied all along. He's lied about all kinds of things. All that's left is to check this up.
What are you ruminating over there, Detective? Lost in thought. Daydreams are the loss of control of a sedentary mind. Do you daydream frequently?
None of your business. No, I'm a person with little imagination.
I'll have to believe you. My sincerity detecting machine is broken. I won't be able to check your affirmation. It seems you're in luck, Detective.
So we're done with that one. Do you consider yourself to be a methodic person, Doctor? I had the chance to see your schedule's content recently and was impressed.
Impressed? With my simple organization. Mental disorganization, Detective, is a huge indicator of mental loss of control. If you can't balance your own day, how will you balance your life?
I don't know, for sure. To me, every day looks a bit like the other.
Like the other, you say? Do you catch yourself always doing the same things? Do you have difficulties differentiating what happened in the past, present, and future?
Don't tell him. Don't say no. Say no. Say no. You fool.
I guess so? Actually, I wouldn't say I have a future exactly. Or a past.
Fascinating.
Okay, thank God. Last one. Can we talk about Quincus, Dr. Bacamarte?
Of course. Male, adult, elderly, close to 70 years old, medium height, thin, light, slightly grayish skin, protruding eye bags. John.
No, I'm not interested in Borba's medical chart. I'm interested in knowing why he's at Casa Verde, and how much you were involved in his hospitalization. If possible.
Patient 157 is at Casa Verde for the same reason as all the other patients. The ultimate purpose of the institution, in all cases, is the civil resocialization and integration of the individual, when sane, into society. It's worth commenting that patient 157 is recovering well. However, due to daydreams, he still needs to stay with us for a while longer.
Daydreams? Of what kind?
Reading my notes here. Patient presenting delusions of grandeur and fantasies, claims to be the author of Bros Cubus's death.
Author? Are we all just in his mind? Are we just solving the case of his book? Is he like unable to solve or unable to come up with an ending, so he's going through all this? Oh boy.
Not exactly. Being older than 70, he's hardly a boy.
That is not what I meant. Looks like we're done. We're done with you, and we're done with Borba. Ah! Oh, it's still 8 p.m. too. Wait. Would I be able to show... Oh, alright. So, this guy wants something. Use item. I don't have an item. What? Hello?
I was watching you, and I noticed a tone of dissatisfaction with our institution. For these cases, we're always willing to accept new residents. Ward B is usually lit by the morning sun rays. How about that?
No thank you. I'm not willing to stay here. You're gonna keep following me? No. I don't know how to help patient 193, because I need the lockpick from you. But he's not giving it to me again. How do I get it from you? Wasn't it one of these that gave me it? Or was it a clue that gave me it? I don't remember how I got it. He just gave it to me for some reason. So I don't know. Oh. Stop following me. Goodbye. I'm leaving. Wait, what happens if I talk to this one? Is he gonna follow me over here? Uh-oh.
I'm curious. Are you a time traveler too?
Don't say yes.
Mental note.
Oh wait, no, we've seen this. Oh wait, no, I've seen that. Bye, I'm leaving. I'm surprised he let me leave. So, we've made progress. Wait, which one was that? It should be the, this one? This one, 2 p.m. So now we have all this. So 10 a.m. he sees Sabina, or well, she sees him. Then he leaves and passes by her, and they have an argument. Then he goes to the cafe, probably to get a treat and calm down. But instead he runs into Lobo. Then he walks back and runs into Padre. While he goes to the industrial block to talk to his lawyer. And then when he's leaving, he runs into these guys and into Eva. And then we don't know. This one needs one more person. Downtown at 10:30 p.m. on the night of the crime. So I gotta talk to Crispum about that one. Crispum. This one I just have to follow what the map said, which I know how to do that. You, I have to talk to probably Caputu, I think. Okay. But I will call it here for today. So what should I thumbnail? What should be the thumbnail? We already have the doctor from last time. Oh. Wait, where are you going? Wait, where are you going? He said 10:30 downtown, right? But he's not... Well, Crispum is busy doing something... Oh. Well, Crispum's not here. You know what? This is good. We'll go with this. Let me turn that off. Let me turn off image. Let me make it big. After I lock it into place. We shall go with this for the thumbnail. And I shall call it here for today. So we have 4 more people. So hopefully I should be able to finish this on Tuesday. They should be able to go fairly fast, I think. Especially Crispum. I have a lot to ask him that should all come together. Just 4 more and then this game will be done. I do work Tuesday. But I work till 12 p.m. So as long as I start early enough, I should be able to finish, no problem. As long as nothing gets in my way. Tomorrow is Pokemon Dark Horizon. I need to finish Dark Horizon. If I don't finish it tomorrow, I'm going to have to pick another day to play it. Like, perhaps Monday. Because I still want to do Spooky Game Sunday. I want to keep that as Spooky Game, so... I might have to sacrifice Minecraft on Monday for Dark Horizon if I don't finish tomorrow. Also, I wonder... I don't know how much is left of Dark Horizon. I assume I've got hours left. If it ends up being too short, I could always finish this game tomorrow. Maybe. Well, I say tomorrow. It's already 2:40 a.m. for me. Saturday. I could finish it. Well, we'll see. But probably just Dark Horizon tomorrow. Saturday. And hopefully I'll be able to finish it. Alright. So, thank you everyone for hanging out with me. For those who were in chat and those who were just lurking, I appreciate it as always. And thank you, Kai, for the raid. I appreciate it very much. I hope you all have a good morning, day, or night, whatever time it is for you guys. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone. I'm going to bring up the raid messages. Raid 1. Raid 2. Who are we raiding? Let's see.
In a room where shadows loom, a man sits deep in gloom, with a pen held tight in hand, sketching dreams that understand.
We've got...
Walls may close, the night may fall, but his spirit stands tall. Lines he draws are doors that lead.
We've got Wolfie and Axel.
To worlds where dreams are free.
We got Gourds.
With a pen he built his dreams, turning silence into streams. In his mind he's never alone.
We got Silver Wolfie.
Crafting realms he calls his own. Paper whispers, secrets told, journeys inked in black and bold.
Let's do Axel. We'll raid Axel.
In the world that he can mend, he may be confined and still, yet his heart is wild with thrill. Through each line a sky so wide, in his world he takes a ride. Every sigh is painted bright, stars that gleam in darkest night. With a pen his spirit sings, soaring high on high.